Right, back with another video. Got a couple of hours to spare before I pick my daughter up from school, so I'm going to do some spraying. Now, what I'm going to be spraying is this. Obviously, it's the fog light surround off the front of my Volkswagen Golf. Same for Scirocco's, everything else. And see, we've got the silver ring that sits in here. So I've removed that, and that's just caught back up on itself. So we'll just go out to the car. We'll remove the other one of these. Going to degrease it, and we'll do some spraying. So let's just go out to the car. So I've removed this side already. I am going to do this main grille at some point. Let's just zoom you out a little. But I don't think I haven't got enough time, and I don't think I've got enough paint at the moment. So I'm just going to do the side light around the fogs. So to remove these, you just hold there, pull forwards. You've got a clip at that end that slides out. Give it a little wiggle, which you might need 2 hands for, and it just pops out. So you've got clips there, one there, and then these two that when you squeeze, it just pulls those in. And you need to remove the silver ring, the little screwdriver behind these tabs. So let's just get this into the house and I'll remove those. So yeah, so to remove the silver ring, you need to remove these tabs, which I'm not going to be able to do one-handed, but you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. You just get a screwdriver in, just give it a little wiggle, and it pops out. Right, so I've released those, so then it's just a case of pushing on this. Has that one gone back in? That one has gone back in. So tab, under the tab, flick it forwards, push down. 2. That one's gone back in as well. Oh, no it hasn't. It's just being awkward. Push that through. And then the ring pops out. I'll put that there. Then you need to degrease this, which I'm using, just using elbow grease, degreaser. I've done this before on my other Mark 6. So, and that was a couple of years ago, and the paint has held up well. So we'll just spray this down. Might as well do the back while we're here. Right, I need to give this all a bit of a scrub. So yeah, with the brush. Just gonna brush over it. Start at the back, don't know why I'm starting at the back, it's not in the back that I'm going to be spraying. But I should put some gloves on as well while I'm doing this, really. So I shall go and get some in just a moment once this is cleaned up. Rinse it off with a bit of hot water. So I've done the other side already, that's all washed. Just go get some gloves on. Right, so we'll just pop this one on the radiator to warm the plastic up a little bit. And we'll take this one outside. Now, I have some grey primer and some satin black. I've got 2 cans of satin black, but they've both been used, so that's what I'm going to be using. It's just from my local around £1 shop. I've used this before on bits on the car, and it's stood up well for 2 years. So that's what I'll be using. So let's just get outside with the spray paint and put a little bit of primer on, and then we'll do the gloss black, satin black. Just nice light coat. I've got a bit of a wind, so we'll come from this way, I think. I'll get back to you once this is all done. Right, so that's all done in grey primer. We'll let that dry for 10 minutes and then we'll give it a coat of the satin black. Right, they're both primered up. So fast drying, even coverage, interior, exterior, satin black paint. So let's give it a go. Obviously I'm doing it over time, the grey fades, and I just want to renew it a bit to make it look a bit fresher on the front of the car. So let's see what happens. Let's see, nice light coat just to skim with. Right, I'll get back to you shortly once this is all coated. Right, that's one light coat on each. So we'll just leave that there for 15 minutes to dry, and then we'll do a second coat. Right, that's had its second coat. So we'll just go over and do this one with its second coat. I might do 3 coats. See how much paint I've got. Obviously this is going to pick up imperfections in your plastic, but they are going to look slightly better. Running out of paint in this tin. I'll get back to you shortly. Right, they've both had 2 coats, so I'm just going to leave those out here for a little bit, 10-15 minutes, just to cure off a little bit, and then I'm going to pop them on a radiator for an hour to hopefully dry completely. Obviously you can use a hairdryer. I might get a hairdryer out, just dry them off with a hairdryer, but they are done. I've got no runs, no imperfections. So I'm happy with those. Right, I'll get back to you when I'm putting them back together and putting them on the car. Right, so these are still just drying off a bit. I've gone over with them the hairdryer. I just don't want to rush it because I was trying to put them back in the car. I don't want to get fingerprints on them. But to get these rings back in place, all you do is line it up. Let's go to that end first. Just line it up and then just gently push down, and it all just snaps back into place, so that end's not. Just check, that one's not quite snapped into place. Yeah, you just push those back in and they clip. There we go, that was clipped in. Just make sure that they are nice and secure all round. So yeah, I'm just going to give these a bit longer before I put them back on the car, and then we can see the difference between the middle grille and these outsides, and hopefully it's a success. Right, we'll get these back on the car. Let's just put a comparison there. So you can see there's a difference. It's very grey. This is now nice and black. So we'll get this back on the car. So first of all, you put this tab, this end goes into the slot, which is just there. I'm gonna have to do this with 2 hands. And then this just all clips back into place. Give that a little push. Right, I'm gonna do this I need 2 hands to line it up. Right, so that one's back in place. It's difficult to see in this light. You can see the difference. This is grey, obviously. This is now black. I'll just pop that other one in and then we'll move back away from the car and we can see the difference. Right, that's back on the car. With this light you can't really see the difference. Just try and get a bit of shade. So we've got the grey there and then this is nice and black. So yeah, that's let's get out of the sun. It's a pretty easy job to do, not too difficult, and it makes a difference. I want to get that main big grille done, but I just haven't got enough paint at the moment. And in my next, well, a video at some point soon, obviously I've got the blue front calipers. If we go to the back, they are still black and I want to go blue with those. So that will be a video at some point when I've got more time. Not too much of a difficult job to do, but it just looked nice with the blue front and back. And I've got my car keys on. I haven't. Just one moment. Blue that I've got on my calipers is also the same blue I've got on my engine cover. It's all dirty around there, needs a good clean, but that's how my engine cover looks. So it's just a cheap blue paint. Don't know where this dust's coming from though, needs a bloody good clean under here. That's today's video done. Let's go back down here. Grey, nice and black. We've got the halo DRLs in there as well. It's hard to tell in this light, but you can see the difference here. Grey, black, just renews it a little, makes it look a little fresher. Yeah, the light's difficult, but no, I'm happy with that. Looks good, and like I say, it's renewed it. Just got to get that front grille done next. See you all in the next video. See you later.